From the reformist president, the transformer of Guinea, comes the satisfaction of a man who has won the hearts of an entire population of over 12 million people, who succinctly reminded us that Guinea could indeed undergo the process of development. And Guinea is an integral part of the states that are truly prepared for development and are actively moving towards it. And that is a true source of pride. You can even see it on his face. You realize that the man of September 5th truly embodies this pride and reassures Guineans who are full of conviction, faith, and discipline. We believe in what he does. We believe in what he is doing. This is a message that if you were to open the heart of every Guinean, they would indeed be able to express. Every Guinean will have the opportunity to say it. We are proud, we are confident, we trust the President of the Republic, who today through this act strongly demonstrates that the ambition is one of value, an ambition tinged with hope, an ambition tinged with vision, an ambition tinged with transformation, an ambition tinged with revolution. Because in this we draw reverence and the resurgence of strength. And on the screen you can also see that the Prime Minister of Côte d'Ivoire and the other guests, the Prime Minister of Sierra Leone, as well as the Vice Premier of the People's Republic of China, who are joining in this hope to share these moments with us. And it is in this that Guinea shows its full respect and assumed dignity, a dignity fully embraced. As you can see on the screen, the three presidents are indeed coming and are preparing to welcome this first train carrying iron ore. His Excellency President Mamadi Doumbouya, His Excellency President Brice Kotter Olungi Nguema, and His Excellency President Paul Kagame of Rwanda, who have come with pride, with joy, with conviction to support their brother from Guinea, their African brother. They are brothers in vision, brothers in transformation for the moment. This moment is so historic that it briefly recalls the values that have shaped our history, the values that Guinea has developed over the years. 4 years have been enough to bring about this momentum, to introduce this new cultural vision, to add this new element to the transformation of this country. We are indeed eyewitnesses, for history is being written today before our very eyes under the enlightened vision of the President of the Republic, proud of life. Elegantly dressed in a tradition linked to Guinea national pride, international pride. Guineans can now rejoice everywhere, saying we are proud to belong to this Guinea, the Guinea of President Mamadi Doumbouya, the Guinea of the man who has managed to transform the very nature of economic development, to bring about the momentum of an economic development that no one had hoped for in the past, who brought joy where there was sadness, and above all, who brought renewal where there was no longer any hope. Hope has emerged. And moreover, you are witnessing right now the salute of the troops who are indeed paying him tribute, the well-deserved tribute to the man of September 5th, tribute to the enlightened visionary, tribute to the Lion of Guinea, the first and only one, the visionary transformer, the one who has indeed brought hope. Where hope no longer existed, where people argued, he brought harmony, where people could not get along.
Hello everyone, have a good news from Guinea, where 3 military presidents out of uniform came together to launch the Simandou iron ore project, the largest ongoing mining project in the world. As you can see in this video, you see President Nguema, President of Gabon, is a soldier or is a military leader. Also President Paul Kagame is a military leader, the President of Rwanda, also the hosting president Mamadi Doumbouya, he is a soldier, he is the president of Guinea. So you can see this is a time for Africans, despite of our differences, to come together to support each other. You may ask yourself, what is Simandou project? Simandou in Guinea is one of the world's largest and richest untapped iron ore deposits, a multi-billion-dollar project expected to reshape global steel supply stretching across the Simandou mountain range. It involves mining high-grade iron ore and building a more than 600-kilometer railway and a new deep water port to export the iron ore. but we are just exporting, we are not using for ourselves. Backed by Guinea's government with partners including Rio Tinto, Bowl, China, and winning consortium, Simandou could make Guinea a major player in global commodity market, create tens of thousands of jobs, and boost Africa's role in critical mineral value chain. So Kagame, Nguema, and other representatives of presidents across the region, across the continent, came together in Simandou to support President Doumbouya, who is also running for the presidency of Guinea. I think next month there will be election in Guinea, and President Doumbouya is running for president. So we hope things will be okay and will remove the mood. This is a time for Africa to come together. So let me take you to the real ceremony and celebration. You will hear a lot of things from there.
By its name, the elevation of its dignity, the elevation of its sovereignty, like a founding act, the foundation of a story that will henceforth permeate the pages of the history of our noble class and our country, the Republic of Guinea. Indeed, a source of pride that will restore to us our added values. We're talking about more than 650 kilometers of railway that Guinea is benefiting from at this very moment. I think that as Guineans, we are proud of this moment, we are proud of this occasion, and in fact, it's a reality. We've said it. Will it happen? Will he do it? Will he be able to accomplish it? Today, he is showing everyone that it is possible, that Guinea simply needed enlightened leadership, simply needed a visionary, needed a man of conviction, needed a man of action, needed someone who thinks about the well-being of Guineans, needed someone with the logic to lead the nation, needed a Republican. No Republican has been able to achieve what is being accomplished before our eyes today. This pride, ladies and gentlemen, is a pride we share, and we are indeed witnessing this transformation. Acha, I know you can't see the screen, but I am watching, and my heart is pounding at this very moment because the joy is so immense.
It's magnificent. It's a historic moment, a moment of pride, a moment of gratitude, Christian. And I've been told that this train will be operated by 2 Guineans, Christian, a man and a woman. But what pride, ladies and gentlemen, what pride, Christian, to be Guinean on this day.
A pride that is not limited simply to borders. It's local content that is being celebrated. Guinean human capital, as we've always emphasized since the very beginning, since the assumption of power, that people are at the heart of the President of the Republic's governance. And today, the Guinean people are at the center of this governance. A Guinean woman, a Guinean man, both of whom will bear the heavy responsibility of driving and operating this train. What pride. This means that the expertise we've long praised is now being exported to the Republic of Guinea, imported into Guinea, and today we are eyewitnesses to what is happening, Aicha.
And what is happening there is magnificent, a moment of history, a moment of pride, a moment of sovereignty, and it's happening right here for this grand launch. A train piloted by a Guinean woman and a Guinean man. It touches me deeply, and I'm sure that as a Guinean, as an African, it touches you too, because what's happening here is powerful, it's profound. We are inscribing in golden letters the history of our country, the history of our sovereignty, the history of our nation on this September 2025 here in Moribaya. It's a powerful moment, a profound moment, a moment that propels Guinea to an exponential level. Guinea, so often absent from the international stage, is rising, standing up and soaring with its daughters and sons. And it's happening here, it's happening now, it's happening in Moribaya for this grand official launch. Thank you to all the delegations present here.
Thank you for your support. And at this very moment, the President of the Republic is receiving these 2 Guineans. It should be noted that this train is named after the President's home village, the very first train, and this train belongs exclusively to the TransGuinean Company along with its industrial partners. The TransGuinean Company, indeed this Guinean enterprise, is today working tirelessly to implement the logic and vision of the President of the Republic. At this very moment, there is a photo break, pictures being taken with the 2 Guineans, a woman and a man, who truly rekindle the pride we share as Guineans, realizing that we indeed have such intelligence in the Republic of Guinea, such strength, such capability. In this, we tip our hats to the President of the Republic, who has truly brought local content to the forefront. And today you can see the pride on the faces of our African brothers, the African presidents who have come to support, to accompany, and to express their satisfaction. Meanwhile, we are witnessing the moment when the President himself, along with his fellow presidents, is heading towards the train to board it for a presentation. The name of the train, as mentioned, is that of the President of the Republic's village. Thank you for emphasizing how the place of birth is highlighted, as if to indicate that a land saw him born, and today that land is also being honored, Aicha.
Absolutely, Christian. And these two drivers, a man and a woman, met in Keroane. They started from Bela and Mandiana and met in Keroane in order to reach the port of Moribaya. Social cohesion, gathering together once again, strength, power. All of this demonstrates unity, shows strength, shows sovereignty, and the development that has begun in our beloved Republic, Guinea, Christian.
Hope, which for a long time was distant from the reflexes and thoughts of Guineans, is now becoming a priority, a novelty in the wake of transformation at this very moment. His Excellency, the President of the Republic, will therefore have the unique and special opportunity to board this historic train and personally take part in this grand and memorable plenary ovation, which truly and deeply warms the hearts of so many Guineans who are watching right now, both near and far. He will certainly, without a doubt, head to the driver's cabin, and we will all have the privilege to witness the inaugural and momentous departure, driven by the President himself, accompanied by our Guinean brothers and compatriots who will direct, drive, and guide this important journey. This event marks a significant milestone for our nation, and it is a moment that will be remembered by generations to come. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now witnessing the President of the Republic with great pride and conviction entering the train's cabin to discover the beauty, the nobility, and the finesse with which this process was designed, as well as the new technologies that have been developed inside this train.
Collaboration, cohesion, the coming together of these different peoples to witness today this great moment, this historic moment, this moment of unity, this moment of gathering here in Moribaya. What a moment of pride, gratitude, and elevation for our country, our nation, and our different peoples around this historic moment, this moment of strength, unity, and national sovereignty. We dreamed of it, and today we are living it, Christian.
A country that believes, a country that dreams, but one that sees its dream come true. These are not childhood dreams. These are dreams that come true while we are actually alive to witness them. We are eyewitnesses, Aisha, today to this invaluable achievement by the Republic of Guinea, which truly demonstrates to the world that it is indeed ready under the leadership of the President of the Republic, Mamadi Doumbouya, to shape its own destiny, to chart its own course, but above all, to blaze a trail in the wake and in the path of the evolution of the various states of Africa. And moreover, this is demonstrated by the strong presence of friendly and brotherly countries to the Republic of Guinea, who have come to support with fervor, to support with conviction, this ambition carried by the head of state, the visionary, reformer, and transformer, but for us, the one who embodies transformation and, in a methodical way, evolution and development with rigor, transparency, but above all, with action rather than words. Too much talk has not actually been at the origin of the construction of what is happening. They talk little, they accomplish a lot. He is our president. We love him so much, and we know in our hearts that he is the best. Aisha.
It is indeed the best, an enlightened vision, concrete actions, tangible work, an impressive rapprochement between different nations, between different peoples. What is happening here is historic. What is happening in our native Guinea is exceptional. We are experiencing it today. We feel it. We sense it.
Aisha, it is the president himself who is officially starting the train at this very moment. Ladies and gentlemen, this deserves countless ovations, countless celebrations for such extraordinary moments. This is where we draw our pride.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make Africa great. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, Africa.